All right, you're welcome back. And it's good to have you back. And we thank you for staying tuned to City TV and the Breakfast Daily. We are in the next segment. And in this segment, we want to be talking basically about do it yourself, how to take care of certain things at home. Make life easier for yourself by learning little tricks and of the trade, of what professionals do, but you can do them for yourself at home. On this segment today, we're going to be discussing about car care and basically how to take care of your car. The way professionals will do it, we're breaking it down and bringing it to your home, right in the comfort of your own space, and how to do it in a simple, easy way that will not cost you too much money, and you will still be able to maintain your car, keep the value of the car at a certain high level, so that if you want to get rid of your car at any point in time, it has a high resale value. Then also, it will also help you to minimize cost in terms of it's not every few years you have to sell your car and go for a new one and so on. So my guest, I've been joined in the studio by Emmanuel Amuwee, who is a car care consultant and also the CEO of Sesil Ventures. Good morning, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yes. So take us into it. Basically, car care. Introduce it for us. Okay. What our listeners should know about the concept of car care, and then we take it from there.
Good. Car care is the concept of giving a holistic care for your car. Now, the car has been sectored into three major sections.
Okay.
You have the mechanical unit, you have the interior unit, then the exterior unit. Now, most often we tend to pay attention to the mechanical maintenance of cars. Okay, eliminating the interior and the exterior aspect of the car. And so that ends up giving it a high depreciation value at the end of the day.
But if you're maintaining mechanically, how does it depreciate?
If you're maintaining mechanically, now remember that when a new buyer wants to get into the market to buy a car, he first looks at the beauty of the car. That gets him attracted.
Okay.
Now, the next thing they mostly do is to want to see how the interior of the car looks like.
Okay.
The third thing they want to do is to see the engine, how powerful the engine is, how economical the engine fuel in terms of fuel is. Someone will want to go for that sports car and all that.
Yeah.
And so you look at the three-stage, which is the behavioral pattern of a new buyer. Exterior admiration, interior admiration, and then the power. Okay, now, if you focus attention on just the mechanical, remember the next buyer will behave just like you behaved when you went to buy your new car. He's also want to admire the exterior, interior, then the mechanical.
Yeah, absolutely.
So once he's not satisfied with the exterior and interior, he wouldn't want to pay for the value probably you might be quoting.
Okay. Even if the engine is great?
Even if the engine is great.
Okay.
Because he will end up spending so much in reconditioning.
Okay.
But if you are able to maintain it well for him or her, he wants to pay good money for it. So in that effect, you want to give proper care for all these three sectorial aspects of the vehicle.
Okay.
Good.
Take us into the home care.
Now, to care for the car, now with the mechanical, you have to meet your mechanic to help you do the maintenance. Now, when it comes to the exterior and interior, usually we take our cars to the car wash, all right? But then you will sometimes want to do your own cleaning at home. And so we're going to give you some of the basic care or approach to cleaning the car at home. Car wash in itself is not just...
So we have a video playing now as you're talking. Yeah.
Right. Car wash in itself is not just an ordinary profession as we see it. It has the professional attachment to it. Okay, so now at home, we're going to have the basic car care, then we're going to have the professional approach to it. Now, in the basic car care at home, you want to be careful not to allow the hose that you use in washing the car to have any contact with the paintwork, because the paintwork of the car is quite sensitive. So as the hose roll on the ground, it picks up dust. It picks up stone particles. So when you have any contact with the body, it tends to leave scratch marks. So you want to be careful how to use the hose, around, and then make sure it does not have any contact with the body.
Okay.
Now, the materials also that you require to wash the body, you don't have to use the ordinary sponge that we usually use in taking a shower.
Okay.
You don't also want to use this fertilizer mesh material. Any harsh material is not friendly to the paintwork.
Okay.
So you want to use either the chamois leather or the microfiber piece of cloth. Okay, these are quite fluffy and friendly.
So that's what we are looking at there?
Exactly. So that's the microfiber piece of cloth. That's the yellow one is the chamois leather.
Okay.
Then we have the green one being the wash wool.
Okay.
Okay, the wool for washing. So you go through that process as you can see out there. Okay, and so it doesn't tend to leave any scratch.
Any scratches.
Most often you have people go to the wash bay, they said, just blow my car, let me go.
Yeah.
But that's dangerous.
Really?
Because you have dust on the car body. When you use water to shower it, it doesn't take away the dust. It rather increases the weight of the sand and settles further on the paintwork. When you want to experiment it, you just shower the car with water, or even let them even use the spray jet.
Yes.
And then allow it, don't wipe, allow it to dry. You realize that sand is still on there.
Oh, I see.
So when you just go ahead to use any material in washing, you are rather introducing friction on the surface of the paintwork, which end up damaging your paintwork at the end of the day. So you should use car wash shampoo, which is very fluffy. It will allow the sand and dust to freely
drip
off the car. Then you rinse. Okay, so once you rinse, then you want to use the chamois leather, which is also another fluffy material in taking off the water off the surface. Then you finish it up with the microfiber, the blue one. Then it takes away any leftover water droppings. Okay, and you have a very neat car.
I see.
All right, so that comes for the exterior. The interior, you get some brush and make sure you dust the inside nicely. And then the brush enables you to remove dust from the very obscure corners of the car. And then the inside, you can get some brush. Okay, try to get the dust out of the carpet. And then nicely lay your carpet back. Now, we also want to introduce some basic principles that you can follow to also check the basic things you have in the engine. Okay, the mechanical maintenance. You want to ensure that you always have oil in the engine so that your engine does not seize, because the lubricants are necessary to lubricate the moving parts within the engine. You also want to check your water level, okay, so that you ensure that water is in the radiator to supply water into the engine to keep it performing well, because you need a certain temperature to be maintained in the engine. You also want to check your brake fluid level in the brake fluid container to always be at the maximum level. If it should drop to any level, you want your mechanic to help you top it up and get it to the maximum. You also want to check your battery condition. Okay, sometimes you have these rusty conditions coming on the battery surface. Okay, so basically what you just do is
oil check going on there.
Yes, that's the oil check going on out there. So you have the minimum level, which is at the almost to the tail end of the stick. And then you have the maximum. So that's the maximum. Okay, so at all times, your oil level should be at the maximum. It shouldn't go below the minimum. Anytime you notice any level dropping from the maximum, that means your engine might be consuming oil one way or the other. So the frequency of check is critical. At least once every week, if you can, check the level of your oil. Okay. So once you do that, you are good to go. So you also want to check, for visibility's sake, there's a wiper flush water container that you always make sure that there is water in, so you can always flush water on the surface of your windscreen to wipe it off any dirt to give you good visibility for safety. Okay, so these are some of the basic things you need to check within your oil, within your engine to ensure its excellent performance.
So battery check.
Yes.
Engine oil check.
Yes.
Water check. The water for the wiper.
For wiper. Exactly. Exactly. So once you do this with the exterior wash maintenance and the interior cleaning, you really are following a procedure of care. Now, once every month or every 2 months, if you can, you then visit the professionals to give you a thorough detailing work. Okay, so we have the car wash and then we have the detailers. The detailers could spend about 4 to 5 hours making sure every dirt condition on the car is removed.
Wow.
they disinfect the inside because, bacteria get to settle within the inside of the car.
Okay.
As a result of environmental conditions, as a result of you walking into very bad terrains and stepping into the car again. Okay. And so at the end of the day, you have bacteria settling in. You even have passengers coming in on board. Some of them have health conditions, which they will breathe, they will talk, and some of these things end up settling in the car. Yeah. So you need to disinfect your car once every 2 or 3 months.
How do they go about disinfecting?
Yes, we have steam machine, and then we have chemicals.
Okay.
So once you visit a professional detailer, you should be able to use these processes to disinfect your car, clean it, and bring the car back close to the showroom condition. So it is possible. When you have, for instance, your paint surface being hazy as a result of using the wrong materials in washing and cleaning, there's a process of reconditioning.
So we can see the steam cleaning.
The steam cleaning going on out there. Exactly.
Nice one.
So that backed up with some chemicals get to.
So do they put the chemicals in the
steam water?
Steam water. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
So as it emits, it helps in killing the bacteria and cleaning it very well.
Okay.
So you have a team that goes. So you can see everyone is trying to clean an aspect of the vehicle.
So just a quick one here. It means that if we don't do this, let's say every quarter or so, have your car steamed and disinfected, it's possible that it can actually be a health challenge to you yourself.
Serious health conditions.
I see.
Serious health conditions. Yeah.
I've never thought about that, though.
Yeah.
So that's very
so we need to really pay a lot of attention. Sometimes you might be reacting to certain things because you spend much time in the car than even at home. So
driving a lot of
hours, so you must make sure you give your car that preference treatment, So that is it. So when you have bad conditions on the paintwork as a result of using the wrong materials and products, your paintwork can be revived back to new. Instead of respraying the car, you might necessarily not need to respray.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, by going through the process as you see, you can bring it by your headlights. When it goes down, as a result of the ultraviolet rays effect on the paint, the glass surface, you can recondition it back to new, as you can see happening.
Interesting.
Okay, so unless it gets damaged to the extreme, that is when you need to replace your headlight.
I'm concerned about one thing, though.
Yes.
The cost of reconditioning versus the cost of just spraying the car new.
What will be the difference?
Yes.
It is not about cost, but it is about the condition.
Okay.
Now, depending on the condition of your paintwork will determine whether you need to respray or polish.
Okay.
Now, the cost difference is not that much.
Okay.
Now, if you also just go ahead and keep respraying your car, what you're doing is you're adding too many layers of paint on each other, which will eventually get you lose the sleek look of the car because the paint will become so thick on the car body and the car will lose that sleek look. Okay. So you want to, as much as possible, reduce the number of spray work layers you have on your paintwork. Okay. That is why we have this technology of reconditioning the paintwork. Okay. Good. And so these are some of the stages we go through.
Wow.
Yeah, when it comes to the professional approach.
Okay. Good. So for the very lay people who are watching us now, who, they've gotten a new car, we say in Ghana, brand new secondhand.
Okay. Great.
So it's not new, but to them it's new.
Exactly. Sure.
And they want to go through the process of following some of the things you've told us right now. Will it be better to go initially for a professional approach and then do home care in terms of maintenance, or start out with the home care maintenance?
Good. It's very critical you approach with a professional way because, one, whoever was using the car, you did not know the health condition.
Okay.
The car comes terribly dirty. So the first approach will be to disinfect the car by giving it that professional, thorough detailing.
Yes.
Okay? Get the interior well detailed, disinfected, get the body polished and everything. That will bring the car to that limelight of cleanliness. Then you kickstart your usage. Then you can be doing the home care if you so wish. If you can't do the home care, you can always drive to the nearest washing bay, but make sure they use the right products and materials in cleaning. If you can do the home care, you follow the procedures we enumerated earlier so that you can keep that car in that good condition. But don't forget, don't let it go beyond 3 months to see a professional. By so doing, you can extend the good look of the car for a very long time. So you don't have to keep changing your brand new car every year. You can extend it. We sometimes make the mistake of wanting to buy a car per the year of registration, which is wrong. Okay.
But people say that, look, I've used it for too long. I want to get a new one. Why should I keep, what's your advice? Why should I keep a car for more than, say, 4 years?
Good. Why would you want to just keep changing? It's got to do with pride. But not performance. Okay. You can keep a car for even 10 years and its performance can still be up there. You know, but maybe for societal prestige and all that, that might want to cause you to want to just keep changing cars within the short pace of time. Else, you can really keep a car for as long as you want it. Okay, depending on your economic condition, that also matches. But for those who probably might not be in that very good economic state, follow critical maintenance culture, the 3-stage maintenance culture on your car. Your car can go 5, 6, 7 years and can still be in a very good state if you give it that good maintenance care. Okay,
so finally, looking at the 3 aspects of care, the exterior, the interior, and the mechanical, which would you say, in your professional experience, is the most important for anybody who owns a car to pay attention to?
I will still go for the 3.
All 3?
All 3
you
because...
put equal importance on all 3?
Equal importance because if the engine does not function well, the car cannot get into motion. If you don't have a good health as a result of infections in your car that affects your health, you cannot drive. Now, the car also represents your personality. The look of your car and the type of car you drive also can speak of who you are. All right, so its condition, if it is dirty, you're driving to a meeting grounds and your car looks that dirty, and that's probably your first appearance in that environment. You can imagine. All right, so cleanliness, even on the outlook, it's critical. So I will go for the 3.
Okay, so you show up with a shabby-looking car. We immediately imagine you to be a shabby person.
Exactly. So I wouldn't give you that probably serious attention as you might want to. You know.
All right. So there's a message that has come through. Good morning. I know Sesil and would like to say that he knows what he does and does it very well. He's very professional. His hallmark for me is a good, perfect finish, and I appreciate seeing him on your show today. She wants to ask, are you still situated on the Spintex Road?
Yes, we're currently situated only on the Spintex Road.
Whereabouts on the Spintex Road?
There's within the Glory Oil filling station, coming from Accra Mall. Once you get to the Coca-Cola runabout, the second filling station to your right is Glory Oil. We are right within the Glory Oil filling station. That's where we're located. Yes.
Then and finally, I said finally earlier, but I'm going to. This is actually finally. The subject of restoration. And bringing your car to its original beauty, and all of that. Just give us your final word on that. How important is this aspect to a person who says, I have a limited budget, but I do want my car to look good?
Yes, don't get scared to approach a detailer. So for instance, if you come to me and for any good reason, your budget is not up, I don't just work for money. I want to satisfy that customer. It's not always that a customer might have enough income around him. We are able to give discount at reduced cost. Once you are a loyal customer and we know you've given your car that preferential treatment, there's no way we can let you drive away because you can't afford the detail.
So you do restoration of interiors, exterior,
everything. When you even have accident, we do body correction, we do spraying. If you also want to let us even inspect the condition of your car. Sometimes you buy the home use car, which is accidented, and it is not well done. we're able to figure it out and get it corrected close to the showroom condition.
I see.
Yeah, we have that technical ability to even determine, and bring out all the nitty-gritties and get it corrected.
Well,
yeah, so we are all round into car restoration.
I'm excited to be talking to you on the show today because I think I have my own issues.
Right.
So, so I'm going to address them with urgency.
You're highly welcome.
I'm going to address them with urgency.
Yes.
All right. So, we thank you very much, Emmanuel Amuwee. Yes. And you said you're on the Spintex Road.
Spintex Road.
Within the Glory Oil filling
station.
Okay, so
exactly.
Fantastic. So. Thank you very much for watching this segment of the show. It's been amazing listening to Emmanuel Amuwee. I'm definitely going to pay him a visit. I would say during the week next week sometime.
I'll be expecting. Sure.
Okay. And I hope you have also enjoyed this segment as much as I have. Stay tuned. We're going to come back with the next segment.